Hey everybody, it's Steven, and I was back at the Warner Brothers Ranch recently to record some more voiceover for the Mad animated TV series. And this time I got a chance to take some really good photos of some of the buildings I showed you in the previous video. And one of the buildings I wanted to start with is the lobby of the animation building where I do my recording, and this incredible mural that they have here showing Iwa Takamoto, Joe Barbera, and Bill Hanna of the Hanna-Barbera studios, and some of the hundreds of the famous characters that they've created over the years. You know, in the same building, I also had a chance to talk to an animator who first met Joe and Bill back in the late 1960s, and he's got some great stories. I should see if I can get him to sit down with me sometime on video and share them with you. I think you guys would really love to hear them. Right outside is the fountain and the row of buildings that you see at the beginning, the title sequence in every episode of Friends. It's where they're all dancing around and playing in the water. In that title sequence, what they've done, however, is they've comped in a city skyline behind the buildings to make it look like they're in the middle of the big city. And if you're a fan of the TV sitcom The Middle, you'll recognize this car dealership here. The only thing that's missing is Brian Doyle Murray. And right over here we have a house that's famous for two families living in it. The first would be the Kravitzes, which were the nosy next-door neighbors on Bewitched. And then later on, this house was the Partridge family house. And right next door to the Partridge family on this same street is the house that Major Nelson and Jeannie lived in I Dream of Jeannie. And as you can see, their tree is starting to take over the whole yard there. And this pool was also seen in Bewitched. I believe it was part of a country club. And the house that you see in the background to the right was used in both Pleasantville and Small Soldiers. And here we have a great shot of the front of Samantha and Darren Stevens' house from Bewitched. It's, been painted over and changed over the years, but it's still in the same spot. Now, somebody asked me recently on Facebook whether or not these houses are, constructed just like a real house. Well, here's the front, and now I'm going to show you the back. And as you can see, there's looks like corrugated aluminum siding, and it's pretty bare bones back there. And as a matter of fact, a lot of the houses are built this way. Take a look at this brick house. Now, this is the first house on the street, and then next to that is the house that was used by the Griswolds in the Vacation movies, and then next to that is the house that was used by Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon, and I believe it was also used in American Beauty. Now take a good look at the fronts, and now we're going to take a look at the back. And as you can see, it's once again pretty bare bones. Most of these houses don't have real interiors. Some of them may have a staircase and some of the things that you need to see when you look through a window to make it look real. But here you can see an air conditioning unit being piped in there to keep the place cool while they're working on it. But anyway, there you go. There's a few, some better pictures of the places, the famous sitcom houses at the Warner Brothers Ranch.